Alright, so another thing I came up with, true or true, blue or blue. Now, you know, in this thing here, as I was talking in the previous video, there's two versions of this angel. There's the Aureum Aura, and you could say this is a cold, light white, which is not as warm as this Aureum Aura yellowish light. So where I'm going with this is it's kind of like LED lights is all white, which has all the colors, versus Aureum Aura incandescent light bulb is kind of yellowish. It's not evenly all the colors of the rainbow. So I mean, what I'm trying to go with this is something I've said before, that I think we overly glorify the human brain and our abilities, while all substantial. These human bodies and human brains, while substantial, it is just it's just crude compared to this physical universe that we find ourselves in. So where I'm going with this is that even the most brilliant mathematicians in history, like Ramanujan, had or Carl Friedrich Gauss, Leonard Euler, they are still using chalkboards or writing things on a notebook. Or Leonard Euler going blind, he's still, I guess he doesn't have to use chalkboards or notebooks if he's blind, which is incredible. But he still has to talk and have his scribes write down what exactly he is saying. And you know, it kind of shows even the most brilliant humans who've ever existed, they have to use physical implements to do their math. I saw it in that great movie about Ramanujan, that Srinivasa Ramanujan would just play with sand, and that is also definitely using physical implements to just kind of, with our human senses, just feel the sand, and that somehow inspires math, and just is his way of maybe practicing math or whatever he's doing. Like, I'm gonna start worshipping this Namagiri Thayar because Srinivasa Ramanujan is, is maybe my favorite mathematician. It's he's just so different from everyone else in the math histories. So where I'm also going with this is that our brains are just, hmm, I guess if one way to demonstrate it is like even Ramanujan or people who practice at mental math, they're not going to be able to do this faster than a computer. They're just not. Um, and this computer is absolutely correct when I told it to multiply these two numbers, and it's just incredible. Now, the computer is, again, it's a physical implement, and this physical implement is much sharper than my brain, that I can't even fathom my brain ever trying to do. Some people practice that mental math and they get to a certain point, but they just won't beat a computer. And not everyone is Leonard Euler. Not everyone is gonna be. I mean, I think he's the only one I know of who started to go blind, but yet still was able to publish one math paper a week. He's just so prolific. Just even blind. So that kind of challenges me. But he's like the only human who's challenging this concept of we always need to use physical implements to even do math. And Euler, I guess, going blind. I guess. He's not using chalkboard or notebooks, but he's using sound. He's talking. If he were deaf to, it would be very hard for him to communicate his ideas in his math. I think he'd probably use sound and just talking with the scribes, and that's again using physical implements. It's using sound waves and hearing other people talk, and Leonard Euler might transcend a lot of what I'm saying, but he doesn't transcend everything I'm saying. Euler's not even going to be able to do this multiplication problem faster than a computer. A computer can do this like, a billion of these or something like that, like a second. It's really I guess where I'm going with this, I've been going in this direction with a lot of people I talk about this kind of stuff with. The physical universe of 100 billion galaxies and computers and physical implements of chalkboards and sand, and it is a much sharper reality, and it is much more true than our brains are. Like, our brains very crude and not really gonna be able to do a lot of these absolutely perfect math logic like the physical implements of the universe can. So I made this rhyme: truer true, bluer blue. I guess the bluer blue angel is just, some people prefer that. People I talk about these two different color schemes with, I often prefer LED lights over incandescent lights. the bluer blue idea of this rhyme is that it's kind of depressing. The kind of almost. Yeah, I'm almost going to be done. Just a couple minutes. So it's just kind of depressing. The human nature and modern times is really dark. So I guess the truer true is my I guess my reality, my thoughts, my feelings of computers and the physical world being much more true than our brains. And bluer blue, if we take that to kind of other dimensions such as human nature, human suffering in this world, there's so much darkness and sadness, and it's very blue, like that song by Eiffel 65. And blue. Alright, I think that's it for this one. Better stop this.